Hello YouTube, how's it going? Sakam here. Today I'm replacing the window motor on the IS300. You can replace the window motor or the regulator, whatever the case would be, if it's bent or you just need a new motor. Um, I went ahead off camera and took it apart. I find it quite difficult, but it can be done. I'll go ahead and show you what I did. Sorry, sorry. So when I say IS300, I meant the 2005 IS300. Um, oh, my umbrella went down. It is hot out here, so I just put the umbrella. Let's put it up away for now. Anyway, so this door panel sits something like this, right? So what you have to do is there's a screw in here, which I'll get that panel, that cover panel. So this is the handle which you will pull to open the door in and out. There's a clipping right here. You pop that out with a plastic wedge, a piece of wedge, or a really small flathead screwdriver. There's a screw in there. You pop that out. Also, there's a piece that sits right here along this edge, along this part of the body, and you right there. I took this out, but this door panel, where the part you will pull right here, there's a screw right in here. You would take that out, and there's really only two screws. So once you unscrew those two, you would take a piece of like a wedge, and you would pry, I believe, from here to get this part off. If you pry from here, there's a little clip that goes under here. It says, well, this piece is broken here, but this is just a replacement one. But I do have the actual one, but there's a little prong that goes in here, and it sits up like that. And you have to pry from here, from this spot up, and pull it out. And pulling this out was a pain also. So you would have to pry from the two ends here and here. There's this little tab that it sits on, like right in here, and you have to use some force on that, and it'll pop right out. Also, when I was popping this out, you can pop it from the bottom with these fasteners here. You just pull it out. But also, there was something on the side, and it was holding the door back for some reason. And when I was pulling it, there was a piece here. It broke off. I didn't know what that was until I pulled it off, and it came flying right out. But anyway, whatever that is, you might want to pry that right off too. It will just come as a little plastic piece. All right, let's get this door out of the way. Also, mentioned earlier, there was this piece that was sitting right here, and the door, this piece was sitting right here. So you just take two screws off, pull it off. There was a plastic covering that goes all the way along here, and you just have to rip that off. All right, so I find it quite difficult when I was pulling this window down. I taped it up now, but I've already replaced the motor. There was a screw right here, one right here, one right here, one right here. I believe it was one right here also, and this speaker was in the way. The speaker, I don't know why they did the speaker the way they did, but they had this little aluminum piece that holds it and you can't pop it out. So what I did was I drilled it out as far as I could in there, and it popped it right off. And I mean, it's just this little piece right here that was in it, little plastic piece, and there was aluminum piece that goes right into it. And it, here you go. That's what it looks like when I drilled it out. And it was holding it in. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and find something to replace these and put some screws in it instead, and put the speakers back in. All right. Okay, so I had to do this off camera, pull it down, because it's quite hard to do it with one hand holding the camera. So I brought the window down, and here's one of the bolts that's on this right side. And here's the other bolt that's on this side, the left side. So, okay, so I'm just holding it right here in the center right now. So that's that, and that's, oh, it moved out the way, but that's that right there. So what happened here is I brought it down, and I took it out of the slot that was rigid right there. It's the only way to actually get to these bolts, and you just maneuver it back and forth. Okay, I apologize. I don't have a tripod that I can set this on. I'm using my phone as a camera. Managed to get it back up again. So to get it back up and into the slot that's right here, you have to tilt the window at more, probably I say 55, 60 degrees somewhere, and you know, then angle it in from there. You want to angle it in here first, and then angle it in here second. I can't see it, but it's pretty much in there somewhere. All right, let's start putting these bolts back in. So I got it taped up. All right, bear with me, guys. It's not easy doing it one hand. All right, I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Okay, so you want to test the motor before you plug it, before you install all of this and put it back in. So what I did was I went ahead and the motor, plug it up. What is it? I believe it was this one. Plug it up, turn the key on, and put the window down while I was outside, and it moved. So I was like, okay, that's a good motor, and I'll go ahead and install that. Okay, so I went on eBay, bought the whole set of motors and regulators at the same time because it was the best price, 100 bucks, all four. So what you want to do is to take the motor out. You have, okay, over here, let's take a look at this one. That's the example. You have these 3 torque screws right here. Just take these 3 out. The motor just comes right out, simple as that. And this is from the one that I bought, used. The motor is working. I did test it out. It's working. And I just took the motor out. I didn't want to use this regulator right here. I wasn't sure if this was bent or anything like that. So I just took the motor, put it in the old one, and replaced it, put it in. And that's how you replace these motors. They're pretty simple. Just 3 bolts. Take it out, pop it in, the new one, screw it up, and good to go. Okay, so I found something interesting here. So when you take these bolts out, so it will have to be this one, this one. You don't have to do this one. It holds this whole piece right here, lock and everything. So this one you don't have to take out. So it's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and here's the interesting one, is this one. So I ended up taking this one out completely, but you don't have to. You just have to loosen it. And once all of these 3 right here comes out, and these 2, this one just technically lifts up, pulls out. You can drop it, So when you put it back in, the screw will still be in. You put the screw back in, bring it up, pop it in, and then lift it over and push it down so that the motor holds in place and that your window won't fall down. You don't have to use this duct tape that I did. So that's my mistake right there. All right. That doesn't seem to want to go in. What's going on with this one? Seems to be tight enough. Can't turn it. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, that don't sound like it's connecting. Hold on one second. Okay, so that screw there that I was having problems just a second ago. All I did was put my hand back here, put pressure on it, and then tighten it down again, and it went through. It looked like it wasn't catching onto it. That's what happened. So, all right, so everything is locked in place. I'll go ahead and put these two back on. That one. That one. Alright, it sits there. Alright, now for the door. This is the okay, I'm gonna have to do that one off camera. I'll be right back, guys. I had to switch to a different camera because my phone was dying. It was overheating. All this heat here. Okay, so I managed to get that speaker back in. I found something to replace it. I'm not sure what it was, but it seems to work. Connected all the wires back in. The wires back there is connected. The wires need to be pulled out. It's pulled out. Plastic's back in. Alright. I did fail to mention that you gotta take that tweeter box out too before you take this panel out. That's something that I failed to mention. So that's something that needs to come out. If it doesn't pull out, it doesn't really matter. You can pull it out, it'll just pop right out too. Alright, it's time to get the door panel. Put this umbrella down. It's really hot over here. Okay. And there goes the umbrella. There goes my shade. Alright, so let's just see if we can do this. Hold on here. One second. Okay, well, there's the door. I'll go ahead and finish everything up and I'll get right back with you guys. Okay, so here's the original switch. It is gray compared, well, silver compared to this gray one I had sitting in there. It had a broken tab that I was talking about. Here's that tab that you have to go in from this way and snap in. So when you pry, you'll have to pry from up here first. Alright, and I just need to put one more screw in here. I'll do that later, but let's test to see to make sure this window works. I know the motor worked because I did test out the motor. Okay, I'm trying to settle this umbrella here so it sits fine. There we go. And it works. That's weird. Goes up, comes down. Okay. Alright, well there you have it. I'm probably gonna fix that later where it goes up and comes back down. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.